Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Sorcery. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that it chose to join me today here in the courtyard of Manpang. That's right, it's so very small, the last little bit, it's so very small. I don't know where it's gonna take us. I don't know if this is the end game, I don't know if this is gonna be the last episode. I have no idea. What I do know is that last episode, I'm kind of... Yeah, what I do know is that last episode we met a few birdmen in here that wanted to take us to the High Mage, to the I say High Mage, the Archmage. That was basically the same thing, or the Great Mage. Arch means great. Yeah, and they wanted to take us there, and I didn't do it for a very simple reason. I didn't trust them. It's pretty much, it all boils down to that. It's usually how it goes. I'm gonna drink a little bit of Bleamberry juice over there, bring our health a little bit up, not that it matters too much. I don't know what kind of terrible things will await us, or are awaiting us for right now. Let's see what happens. You emerge from the iron door. The wind picks up as the evening draws on. Soon it will be dark once more. This is the east side of a wide courtyard that sits below the Sorcerer's Spike of Manpang. Guards mill this and that way. A short distance away, a wide set of steps leads up to the tower doors. The iron door leads south out of the courtyard, and a door leads away into a nearby turret. Okay, let's look at the dark tower. You crane your neck to look up at the Sorcerer's Spike. The very top is hidden from sight by lower floors, which jut out and seem older and in worse repair. Despite the impressive doors at the top of the steps, no one goes in or out. These are the Throben doors themselves, no doubt. The place seems to be closed off and remote as an island. Okay, what about the door? The door is marked with a small brass plaque. This is the officer of the commander of the guard. You can see lantern light flicking through grimy windows. Looking at the steps from here, they seem wide enough to ride an Oliphant up to the Archmage's doorsteps. What is that? I remember reading about Oliphants in, I think it happens in the second book of the Lord of the Rings, or I guess the third book of the Lord of the Rings, because it's 6. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Frodo or Sam, they mention an Oliphant, and I always found it interesting because I always thought that they said it that way because they didn't know better, just because they didn't have elephants over where they lived in the Shire. But is it just a nod to Lord of the Rings, or is it just actually a thing that people call it Oliphants? Because I know for sure that, uneducated people here in Portugal, they call it a different word than it ought to be. So, yeah, anyway. Open the iron door, let's go. You open the iron door, the guard still lies dead, their bodies unremoved. Well, one of them was unconscious, but sure. The steps to the Sorcerer's Spike are right in front of you. There is nothing stopping you climbing them and taking a look at the Throben doors for yourself. Well, there is my own stupidity, usually. So we can go to the courtyard. I mean. And also there's this little place over this side. This thing apparently is filled with great evil that Korga doesn't want us to go there. And this place, yeah, there's definitely big things over this way. So let's go to the commander's office and see what happens. If we need to kill him, so be it. We'll see. You knock on the door of the commander's office, and a guard opens it. Yes? I have come to see the commander. Prove it, the guard replies. Well, I have important information. The guard sighs. We don't get many troublemakers in this part of Manpang, he remarks. It'll take a change. It'll make a change. He whistles. Oh, okay. So apparently he already sees me as a troublemaker. He whistles and a few other guards come running. They grab you roughly by the arms, which seem unnecessary since all they do is take you inside. The room is windowless, but lit by half a dozen lamps scattered about. And I think that's the commander right there. Tom, commander of the guards of Manpang, sits behind a wooden desk covered in scattered parchments. Okay, let's look around the room first. His office is well organized without the usual detritus and debris you've come to expect from the rest of the Citadel. The only personal touch is a portrait of a beautiful woman above him. You don't recognize her. Yeah, I have no idea who she is. It could be the goddess that we thought we saw before. And there's also something written over there. At least it looks like that's the case. Let's see. So look at Tom. Let's look at the guy. Look over Tom, or Khartoum. Somewhat surprised to see that he is human. Unlike the orcs and dark elves that make up the bulk of the guards, his square features tell you he is not from Anoland. He might be a renegade from the lands to the east of Kakabad. The Anolander standing right before me, murmurs Tom. I should have killed you as fast as possible. Well, there's no need to be hasty. He stares back at you, and you see fear creeping at his eyes. They tell the strangest stories about you. They say, for instance, that you are over 1,000 years old. They say it was you that ravaged the world outside these walls, though I do not know if that could be true. And what do you believe? He shrugs. In the end, I'm a soldier. I believe I can run you through with a sword, and if you get up again afterwards, I believe I can run you through again. I believe that if I toss you into our highest cell, you will not fly away. Well, if you kill me, I will come back for you. He holds your gaze for a moment and laughs. Well now, he exclaims, you really are black-hearted as they say, aren't you? We'd better put this immorality of yours to test. Guards, take him to the block and don't waste another moment of my time. I would rather not die, but if I need to die, I will come back. And that would be an interesting thing in and on itself, because, you know, we'd be able to, fucking guess jig, let's go with the jig. We'd be able to, damn it, or to see the face on his, the expression on his face. You move the starlight into order around you, pulling out your bamboo flute and starting to play. For a moment, the guards look baffled and the commander looks contemptuous. Then slowly, he begins to jerk with movement. One by one, the guards are gripping each other around the waist and stamping and turning about the tiny room. They knock over weapons, chairs, papers go flying from the desk. Ah, exclaims the commander, this is living. Well, you play on and the guards soon open the door and dance out into the courtyard so as to have more space to spin and twirl. You follow them out, still piping. Okay. I always wanted to do that. The yard is now filled with lines of dancing guardsmen and women, with more joining in as they walk past. Either your magic is proving surprisingly effective, or else this is something they have all wished to do for a long time. No, actually what this is that this place is, all magic is really, really powerful. And we read this about this before. On the fringes of the dance, a few of the guards are beginning to couple off, but the commander still dances alone, his eyes closed as though deep in memory. Do I want to kill him? No. Slip away. You waste no time in slipping away into the courtyard, leaving only confusion behind, but the commander will not forget this. Well, I hope he doesn't forget that I saved his life. Anyway, the dancing guards move away towards the mess hall to continue their celebration, and the commander shakes his head and returns inside, duty for the moment forgotten. The sun is sinking. You stand in the shadow of the tall tower. The iron door leads south out of the courtyard, next to the commander's door. There is only one way to go, up to the sorcerer's spike and the Throben doors. Well, we could have avoided that whole mess, but there we go. You step out into the center of the square, nervous at how exposed you seem. Clouds rumble as they roll across the dimming sky. It will be dark soon. Thick, oily smells drift from a building to the north. But the most impressive sight here is the deep, towering flight of steps that lead up towards a door in the inner tower itself. On the other side of the yard is a large block of wood. Okay, let's look at the wood first. A block of wood is crisscrossed with incisions and stained a deep purple color. Its use is clear enough. Yeah. A patrol of guards tramps across the square and through the iron door to the south. Okay, let's get out of here. You must keep going. After nearly a month of walking, you have finally come in sight of your goal. The great sealed Throben doors stand before you at the top of the stairs. Yeah, we're not gonna go to that place right there. What is that called? The mess hall. Yeah, that's probably gonna be... I would need cast jig again, but you never know how that's gonna go. Let's go up through here. You make your way to the base of the great steps that lead up to the sorcerer's spike. Oh, the sun has almost set, and the sky has turned a deep purple. Soon it will be dark once more. Let's look around. The steps are wide and central. You have a view across the wall of the guard's courtyard, and are equally visible. Okay, let's climb or back away. Your heart is in your mouth. The inner sanctum lies within reach, and I'm really exposed, even though it's night. It might be good that it's night. You make your way one by one up the enormous steps. The tower looms above you like never before. Each step is carved with a word in the oldest tongue, spelling out a message for those who approach the dark heart of Mampang. Okay, do I want that? No, I don't. But this place looks very complicated. Sorcerer's Spire. Or Sorcerer's Spire, I guess. I always add asses to the end. I don't know. Whatever. So yeah. I think those are the Throben doors. We are gonna have quite an adventure in there. But first, of course, We need to keep going. I'm not gonna read anything because these things are they're meant for ensorcerment and all this sort of stuff. Let's keep climbing. You ignore the carved words and continue to climb. About halfway up, you are arrested by a shout from below. You! Where are you going? Let's turn and look, because I won't be able to cast spells with them coming after me. You turn to see a guardsman hurrying across the courtyard, waving furiously at you. Stop! Get down here! He exclaims. Well, come and get me. You call back, then turn and continue to climb. The guard, who has shouted, races forward, but he does not dare put foot on the staircase. From below, he shakes his fist. I'll ask you again, brother, the guard calls up. Where do you think you're going? Are you drunk? Well, to the Throben doors, you reply grimly. Only traitors and fools visit the Throben doors, the guard replies sternly. Why would a traitor... Wait a minute, why would a fool... What are the Throben doors, you ask? You don't know? The guard replies, clearly surprised. By Gred, those are the Throben doors. They're murder. They are trapped. A thing isn't a trap if anyone knows it'll kill them, the guard replies philosophically. They're simply death itself. They open right down the throat of the Archmage. Huh. They open right down the throat of the Archmage. That's a weird word, a weird sentence. There's those that say he's no sorcerer at all, but a foul demon. A demon? You heard me. A serpent the size of the castle. They say there are no floors in that tower, but his coils just spread out in both directions. Well, surely it would have been seen. Well, if it ever came out, it would, he shrugs. No one's seen the Archmage in 1,000 years. Or there's those who say they have, and he gestures to his shoulder, marking imaginary epaulets. But who knows what to make of what the commanders say. But he takes a step away, perhaps afraid of you. Now, get away from those doors if you know what's good for you. No one likes the smell of burning human flesh this close to the mass hall. And then he hurries away. You ignore the coward's warning and continue up the steps. Oh, that was an interesting turn of events right there. Burning flesh. Of course. Oh, I have my notes here. Of course, the burning flesh is the first one, because the first trap is of fire, the second one is of stone, and we know all the spells there. The problem still is, let's look at the clues here. So, burn tower. Okay. Second one is the tower of floating. Seems simple. The third one is the invisible tower. Yeah. And the fourth one is the tower of skeletons and the tower of time. So, what I think it means is that it's death itself. And of course we know one spell that counters death. You stand in the dim shade by the colossal doors at the top of the stairs. Darkness closes in. You should find a suitable spot to sleep. No, you shouldn't. No. We're at the end of the journey here. A silence descends as though this was a quieter corner of the city than any other. Perhaps it is something to do with the doors themselves. Certainly a heavy magic exudes from them. They seem simple enough, if large. The large wooden panels are covered in ornate carvings. Someone has left a pack here, by the door. Perhaps someone else tried to open the doors once. The pack lies discarded just on one side of the steps. It is a little charred. Okay. Looking at the steps on which the pack lies, there is a faintest dark mark, roughly outlining a silhouette with outstretched hand. Oh. I think the guy is invisible or something. Should I open it? Nah, I don't think I need it. You leave it where it is. It is no doubt a trap. Okay. Pour holy water onto the door. Let's go with that. Remembering the advice of the... Oh, that's right. Remembering the advice of the ghosts in the Arkbad crater, you pour a vial onto the door handle. It sizzles and evaporates away as though the handle was scalding hot. But nothing more happens. If holy water is needed to open the door, it is by some other means. Yes, I know how it goes out. So, let's cast a spell. Seems simple enough. Of course, we wasted that a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. So, first spell would be one that counters fire. And that is the dog. There it is. You cast the spell across your potion, and it begins to glow and fizz. So, pour the potion on the door handle, drink the potion. Pour the potion on the door handle. The potion sizzles sharply as it slicks across the handle, but it does not boil away in moments as you might have expected. After a moment, it seems to cool. Let's touch the handle. You reach out and gingerly touch the door handle. The metal is cool. It seems your spell has countered the hot spell in the door, but the door is still not open. You have survived one of its traps, but surely there will be more. And sure enough, your fingers on the door handle are starting to flake with gray dust. You snatch your hand back. Okay. Starting to flake with gray dust? What do you mean? Are they back at being thing, or... Let's cast the fall here. So fall is the it's made of stone, so this is what I need. Yeah. Float in the air. This is what I need to cast. It's weird, but this is what I need to cast, I think. You weave the enchantment, but although you complete the spell, it seems to have no effect, and you do not float in the air as you expected. Let's cast another spell. Did I screw up? Try the door handle. Tentatively you reach out to the door handle, but sure enough, nothing happens. It is quite safe. Okay, let's cast another spell then. I wonder if we need to cast them all in quick succession. That's my problem here, but I can afford... Oh boy. Oh my god. Oh. No. Did I screw up or something? Okay, let's cast from the beginning. Let's cast a dock. No, I don't need that. The thing is, oh crap. So it seems to have no effect, and you do not float in the air as you had expected. But it doesn't say. So this is not the spell that I want to cast, because otherwise the tell would be here. I mean, you think, right? You think that. So I cast the wrong spell. Okay, seems good enough. Let's go with a rock. I think I have some rock dust. I could get it from, let's go with that. Consulting the constellations overhead, you bind the spell, tossing out your handful of stone dust. The rock dust spreads across the wood of the doorway, covering it with a sheen of gray. You feel momentarily heavy. You look over the door carefully, gaze working from top to bottom. The carvings have morphed a little now. Oh, there's carvings, that's right. Now showing figures in a strange frozen poses. Two vertical strokes stand side by side. Okay, so now I'll be able to cast the other one, because that's the second step that I did. Please tell me I have a T. Okay, I don't have a T. What? I'm completely... I have no idea. What can I do? What the hell? I don't think I wasted the other ones, but... So we have rock. Can I cast it again? Please tell me I can cast it again. Damn it, I can't. Okay, so maybe that one isn't important. I can go with another... the fire over here. Let's try that. So you see yourself standing in a room with an hourglass. The sands are trickling through. As the glass is turned by an unseen hand, you a great explosion in the stars above. You see the vision fades. The rock dust flakes from the door once more. Oh. So that's the rock dust. Can I cast... Oh, wait a minute. Is that what I need? Can I now cast rock? Nope. Okay, I really don't know. I really don't know. Let's go with the fall again. It does not take effect. You turn the door handle, now completely safe. The door's open. Oh, the door opens. Then quite suddenly the door shimmers and disappears from sight entirely. The passageway beyond is revealed. Okay. So this is it. That was that. Okay. I needed to open the door after I cast that. Okay. And the rock dust was just to tell me what that was. So I wasted rock. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We probably won't need it. Not in here anyway, I don't think. So the next one is, of course, going to be tell, because this is going to counter invisibility. And who knows what's going to happen. So Yaz, let's just make sure that Yaz is in here. No, it's not. So I'm pretty sure it's tell. So reaching up to the stars to create the magic, pulling on the cloth skull cap as you do so. A moment later, the door is visible once more. It would seem your spell has countered the spell of invisibility that had hidden the door. Now you can see it, your hopes lift suddenly. The door to the sorcerer's spike of Manpang hangs a crack ajar. A good shove will open it, but you cannot help but feel there is still another trap to be overcome. There is a message on the doors now that is not visible previously. You trace out the message on the door, words of the most ancient tongue. I am protected by the worst force in the world. I am protected by the worst force in the world. The retreat, for I will take all your yesterdays and I will take all of your tomorrows. And we know what it is. Yeah, we can't push the doors in here. We got plenty of holy water, and it's easy. Let's go with the res. And there it is. You take the vial of holy water from your pack and cast your spell. The water begins to shimmer and shine with an inner light. I can pour the water on the door. You pour the glittering water on the handle of the door. It seems to soak into the wood without any noticeable effect. Whether it has had any effect on the door is impossible to say. Well, you reach for the door to push, only to feel a crackling of energy as your fingers near the wood. You snatch your hand back quickly. So can I drink it again? Can I drink it instead, I mean? Yeah, let's drink the holy water. Full health. You drink the holy water, feeling it sizzling in your throat. Then it is gone. Oh, there is no way to know. Oh, there is no way to know. You reach out for the wood and allow your fingers to connect with it. The effect is instant. A fire erupting from the wood and down into your arms. But a moment later, the sensation fades. Indeed, you feel refreshed, as though your body had been destroyed and then built anew. My maximum stamina has been increased. Holy crap! You step without difficulty through the Throben door and into the tower beyond. You have found 2 new clues, and another clue has been updated. Hell yeah, we got through it! Hell yeah, we got through it! Oh my god. Okay, so we got the secret vault. I have no idea where that is. I'm not sure if we're gonna find it or something. Probably not. The Sands of Death. The Sands of Death flow in the inner college. Thank you. Presence of a minimite prevents... I know about that. Breath of the mucolates. Beware of the breath. Yeah, that's a pretty nasty thing. So, the Archmage may be dead. Some rumors say the Archmage is long dead. Breath of the blood of candles. Yeah. Use the silver. Yeah, well, it doesn't really say much. It's probably this thing, or something got updated, or something got removed, or something. That probably was what happened. Let's go to the inner keep. It takes a moment for your eyes to adjust to the dark. You are inside the Tower of Manpang. The only way is forwards now. There can be no turning back. Okay, I could pray for aid, but why would I pray for aid? Let's pray for aid. You close your eyes and try to pray, but you cannot do it. The walls seem to mock your every whisper. No voices hear you. Well, I wonder if I can pray right now, because I'm pretty sure I can right there. But I don't think I need it for right now. Let's look around first. This place has the appearance of a cave, half submerged by water. The black stone is slick with water, and spongy moss grows from every crack and crevice. Cobwebs blur the corners, as though the ceiling was hidden by mist. It is as though no one has walked this way for 1,000 years. You make your way further along the passageway, footsteps echoing on the cold stone. You reach the base of a wide flight of stairs. They seem to fill the space of the tower, as though whatever lived here was impossibly wide. A few closed doors lead off to other rooms in the tower. You look over the doors. They seem ancient. One appears shoed. Gred only knows who lives here. It would surely do you little good to find out. The climb is exhausting, and you quickly lose count of the steps. There are no windows and no doors, nothing to measure your progress by. It is as though the tower is screwing downwards into the ground with every step you take. Hopefully not. After some time, you spy a door up ahead, setting the inside wall of the tower. From here, you can barely see the outline, but it seems to be dark wood with an iron grill. You pace forwards, every sense on high alert. Okay, it's probably the bit of a beast or something. Because, you see this? Yeah, I think those are bones, and that's blood. The passageway stops by a heavy door. It is clearly a cell, set with a tiny iron grill. A hook is fixed directly opposite, no doubt to taunt prisoners with the sight of the key. But the hook is empty. The stairs continue upwards from here. You peer through the grill. The cell appears to be empty. Certainly, though you cannot see a cot, there is no one on it. and the floor is empty too. Then you notice something in a shadowy corner moving, but the shape, whatever it is, cannot be bigger than a rat. Okay, let's try, excuse me, let's try and go for the tell here, if I can cast that, and see what happens. I don't really have much in here, but I'm gonna cast the sus, because I really want to know if this is a place that I can go to. It didn't cost stamina! You raise your arms to cast the enchantment, but nothing happens. The starlight seems to simply wave around you and disappear. Really? Okay. You tug and rattle on the door, but of course, it is locked. What? Can I cast the Dopp then? Let's try that. Nope. You cannot seem to form anything from the stars above. The spell you try to cast is lost. The stairs continue upwards. And we are gonna continue to climb. The stairs reach a landing that curves around the tower. A colored glow spills across the stones from a large stained window, shining despite the darkness outside. You look over at the window. The colored panels form a mosaic of a coiled lizard, perhaps a serpent, but you do not have long to consider it before you hear a voice at your back. Face me. Oh boy. And with that, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Sorcery. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.